Okay, everyone, so today we're looking at Time is Running Out. What are the poems, one of the environmental poems you have to look at for your assignments? So, what I'm going to do first is read through it, and then I'm going to make annotations on the side using Google Comments, okay? So, let's read through it. The miner rapes the heart of earth with his violent spade, stealing, bottling her black blood for the sake of greedy trade. On his metal throne of destruction he labours away with a will, piling the mountainous minerals high with a giant tool and iron drill. In his greedy lust for power he destroys old nature's will. For the sake of the $50 he dirties the nest he built. Well he knows that violence of his destructive kind will be violently written upon the sands of time. But time is running out, and time is close at hand, for the Dreamtime folk are massing to defend their timeless land. Come, gentle black man, show your strength. Time to take a stand. Make your violent miner feel your violent love of land. Alright, so now let's look at some main techniques that we're looking at. So obviously the main theme before I start is environmental issues. Okay, so you got the environmental issue of mining. So your abuse of the land. We got the abuse of the land. So now let's start looking at some techniques. Okay, so we've got the title, Time is Running Out. That in itself is symbolism. Okay, so we're symbolizing that the time left on this earth, that we as people have left on this earth, is running out because we are destroying it. The time the people of the earth, let's reword that. The time we have on this earth is running out due to environmental issues. Okay, let's look at this. The miner rapes. Okay, we got the strong word there of rapes. Okay, now this is what's called negative connotation. Negative connotation. Okay, now what we look at here, negative connotation, means that it gives you a negative perception. It doesn't make you feel good when you read the words. It gives you a bad feeling, a negative feeling of the word. So this is a negative connotation for it makes you think of abuse, and it makes you think of pain and suffering. Okay. And of course, we know because the theme of the poem is abuse of the land. We know that they're talking about the land here when it comes to rapes. So the heart of the earth, we have personification. Okay, so we as a people are literally destroying the heart of the earth. We are making this heart suffer and have pain. Okay, so we are destroying the heart of the earth. Okay. With his violent spade. So by digging, really, that's all that's saying. So with his violent spade is a metaphor for mining. So we can pop that in. Metaphor. So mining. Okay, when we say mining, I mean when they're mining for minerals and fossil fuels for our cars and petrol. That's what we're looking at. We're abusing the land. Okay. Stealing, bottling her black blood. And this is where it comes into black blood is a reference to oil. Okay, so we're abusing the land. We're taking everything that she has and we're using it for our own personal gain. For the sake of greedy trade, which is exactly what this says. Okay, so for the sake of greedy trade is basically highlighting humanity's greed, okay? Humanity's want for more than we need. Okay. Okay. On his metal throne of destruction, so we've got a metaphor right here. So, linking to the idea of power. He labors away with a will, piling the mountainous minerals high with giant tool and iron drill. Okay, so this is talking about the machines. To drill for minerals. Okay. In his greedy lust for power, again, we have this repetition of the word greedy. Sorry, wrong button. Never spelled that word right. I never spell this word right. Oh, got it. Okay. Repetition, we have the repetition of the word greedy. Again, this is promoting that idea that there's a negative aspect connotated with us destroying the land, okay? So it's basically telling us, do not destroy the land, it is bad, okay? He destroys old nature's will. So old nature's will is basically how nature has created the world. It has gone untamed. You've got wild bushland. That is nature's will. Nature's will is where nature grows. Now we are starting to change. Nature to shape it how we want it. Okay, so he changed old nature's will. Is personification. Nature's will. So a will is when we will something to be done. So it doesn't happen by chance. We physically do something. We will something to happen. For the sake of the $50, he dirties the nest he builds. Or the filthy dollar. Sorry, not $50. His filthy dollar. Again, you've got the idea of negative connotation. Well, he knows that violence of his destructive kind will be violently ridden. So we've got the repetition of this word violence. So I'm going to highlight this one and put repetition. Will be violently written upon the sands of time. Okay, here we have symbolism. So when we say the sands of time, it means that people won't forget it. It'll be in the history books, okay? People will study this abuse and this pain that humans are doing to the earth. Okay. But time is running out. Here we have the repetition of the title. And time is close at hand. For the Dreamtime folk are massing. Okay, so this is obviously a reference to the Aboriginal people. And we all know that the Aboriginal people lived harmoniously with the lands, okay? So they weren't abusing, they didn't take more than they needed. They took what they they only took what they needed. They didn't take what they wanted. Okay, so they lived in connection with the land instead of abusing the land for its natural minerals. Okay, to defend their timeless land. Now think about it. It's telling us here that the time is running out because we are destroying it. But the way that they lived, okay, was timeless. Okay, so we can have that a comparison. So comparison. Spelling's crazy. Between what you would call white man to the Aboriginal people. I don't need to put that, actually, we can just write that. who lived in a timeless world. Okay. Come gentle black man, show your strength. Okay, so then here we have juxtaposition between gentle and strength. Let's hope spell check has a, there we go. So it's comparing the two, so it's saying that you know, this black man, he lived a gentle life, yet he is still strong. So the way they lived, it wasn't a weak way of living. He still has strength, okay? Time to take a stand. Make the violent miner feel your violent love of land. Okay, here we have the paradox again, the juxtaposition again. So we have your violent. So make the violent miner feel. So it's showing the miner is bad. It's hurting the land. Okay, someone who's violent. You're violent. So we got the repetition of the word here, violent. Let me just fix that up. And then make the violent miner feel your violent love of land. Okay, so it's saying that, you know, you've got that paradox of violent is hurt and love is care. Let's put an equal sign actually. And no, okay, let's do this. Yep, violent is hurt and love equals care. Okay, there we go. So there we go. We have a fully annotated poem. Rewatch this video, see how I annotate it. I'm picking out the key parts. This was just to highlight techniques, okay? This wasn't going into the theme of the poem. That's something that you'll need to do. But this is looking at themes and how they relate to the idea of the abuse of the lands, okay? So how themes are connecting to what the author is trying to say, what the poet is trying to say. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this. Please, I encourage you, write a teal paragraph about the theme of this poem. It'll help you in your speech. Instead of only doing one example, I've given you multiple examples here in the comment section, okay? Rewatch it, get some, write this down in your own Word doc if you need to, but write a teal paragraph using 3 or 4 examples, looking at these ones, okay? So give me the technique. Great, you got your technique. For example, if I was doing personification, we're destroying the 100. Go your technique, then give your example, okay? So the link right up here, the heart of the earth, and then give your explanation. We are destroying the heart of the earth, okay? It's as simple as that. So give it a go. You'd be surprised what you can do, okay? Thanks for watching.